Alright, I've done some careful consideration, and I am actually going to let the Poketch decide. And by that I mean, I want to figure out what steel is good against. So let's is this going down? It is. Down is up, apparently. Where's my... Here it is. So, steel. I want to know what steel is good against. Steel. Wow, it's the last one. I fucking cycled through all that for no fucking reason. Whatever. So, steel is good against... Steel is good against ice. Okay, that's one. Steel is good against rock. And that's it. It's just steel and rock. It's wow, okay. So steel is good against rock and ice. That's the only thing it's good against. Do I have anything that can combat those? I have grass, and I have fire. So I can combat the ice and rock on my own. Okay. Now what is flying good against? If flying is better than fucking 3 types, then that's it. It's over. Here we go. Here we go. So flying is good against grass, 1. Fighting, 2. Bug, 3. It's good against 3. So it's good against bug, grass, and fighting. So, do I have anything good against those types? Now, you might ask. Fighting. I don't have any psychic moves, so I kind of would need the fighting. And the only reason why, here's why I'm doing this. So, I kind of want to get rid of Air Cutter just because of how weak it is. If you take a look at Staraptor's special attack as Exhibit A, special attack sucks. If I give Staraptor back a wing attack, and here's the funniest thing is I think I got rid of wing attack. I don't know if I got rid of wing attack with Air Cutter or if I got rid of wing attack with Aerial Ace. It was definitely one or the other. And it could have been close combat as well. I do remember wing attack was here when I taught fly. So I think I want to go wing attack just because steel wing, yeah, it sounds cool, but if I can combat rock and ice with other types of, like, stuff in my inventory, then I don't think it matters. Like, if I see a Graveler or a Golem or even something heavy like a Bastiodon, actually no, not a Bastiodon, because that's a ground and a steel, I think. Who's a fucking amazing rock type? Rampardos. Rampardos, I think, is a rock and a ground, or a rock and a steel. So, if I find somebody like that, where it's just like, oh, well, you know, fire is only going to be half effective as is grass, that's fine, because I could still do fighting, and that's Lopunny's job. So, steel and rock on fighting, I could still combat that, you know? So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Steel Wing sounds cool, but if it's not full accurate and it does only 70 attack damage, then I would rather have Wing Attack do 10% less damage, but still have more of a chance to hit. I feel like in my luck in video games, especially in this game, is the attacks, like when I need them to hit most, they sometimes don't. So I'm going to reteach Staraptor Wing Attack. I think I thought Air Cutter was a physical, and that's why I taught it to Staraptor, and then I found out later it was a special. So that's why I'm kind of gonna go back and teach Staraptor Wing Attack. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this is the play. Also, I get 35 power points from it. I can use it as many times as I want. We're gonna get rid of Air Cutter. Air Cutter wasn't even a full guarantee to hit anyway. So, yeah, I know I wasted a lot of time in the mines trying to get air cutter, and that's fine. You know, but that was like so long ago now, it doesn't matter. Now here comes the other dilemma. So the other dilemma now is I could teach Weavile Shadowclaw. So let's find out what Ghost is good against. Ghost is not good against normal. So any normal types, it doesn't matter if it's a subtype or not, it's just not going to happen. So Ghost is good against Psychic. Other ghosts. I didn't know that. Really? Ghost is super effective against Ghost? I didn't know that. Ghost is not good against Steel. Okay. So, Ghost is good against 2 types. So, teaching Shadowclaw to Weavile, I don't know. See, here's the thing. If I go up against another Ghost type, then I could just use Night Slash. I could pretty much turn Weavile into a death machine. But that's if I teach him Shadowclaw. If I teach him Cut, then I can still cut the trees and not have to worry about anything else. Here's the problem. Here, let me bring up the map for Exhibit B, evidence of case number 2. Let me bring up the map real quick. The only time I'm going to be using Cut, I took a look on the wiki earlier and on Cerebi. The only area I'm going to be using Cut at is up here. It looks like a lot of this area has trees and stuff for me to explore and go and get. This is the only area where I'm going to be using Cut. However, that is after I defeat the Pokemon League. I looked online, and from here all the way up to here, I'm not going to be using Cut. So, I checked. I'm going to be, in fact, the only area I'm going to be using for navigation through here is going to be Surf. But everything through here, there's no trees to cut down in this area. And there's no trees to cut down on this area as well. So, I could teach Weavile Shadowclaw right now. And if I need to teach Cut to somebody, I could wait till after I beat the Pokemon League. In which, maybe I'll start training different Pokemon. Maybe I'll give my team a rest and start focusing on others. I know I want to get a bunch of Eevees and like different types of Eevees and start playing around with them a lot. So, I think the play is I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the move deleter. I know it seems kind of but you have to like hear me out. Rosella's regular attack sucks. It does. But her special attack is super insane. So I'm thinking, if I remove Cut and give her Magical Leaf, the only 2 attack moves I have for Roselia, besides Cut, are are Mega Drain and Solar Beam. And I feel like it's kind of a waste to use Mega Drain, especially if she's already at full health. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I could just use Magical Leaf instead of having to rely on Solar Beam or Mega Drain, then that would really help me out. So we're gonna get rid of Cut, because I feel like I don't really need it. And then we're gonna go teach Magical Leaf. Is it Razor Leaf? Oh, it's Magical, right? Magical Leaf. I think Magical Leaf does a little bit more damage than Razor Leaf, anyway. So, and then for Weavile, I thought about maybe teaching him Cut. If we go to the summary, because his physical attack is super strong. Feint attack is going to get replaced, no matter what. Now, what goes there, I don't know. Should it be Shadowclaw, or should it be Cut? I don't really know. I kind of like the idea of Shadowclaw. Because it gives me a Ghost type, which I don't have... Aside from like Weavile being a Dark and being good against Psychic, I don't really have anything, like... Well, that's not true. I guess I could just rely on Night Slash and Ice the whole time, but... I don't know, man. Now I'm like in a dilemma. Fuck. Well, that's fine, I guess. Alright. So I'm doing a lot of real thinking about this. I've also thought about, I took about 20 minutes to think about everything. I think what happened with me on Pokemon Emerald is that I told myself I would stop after I beat the Pokemon League, and then I would focus on other things. And because it's been about 3 years since I've last played, I'm now wondering if after I defeat the Pokemon League in this game, if this game is going to sit for 3 years. I'm wondering if I should, while I'm playing this, I'm wondering if I should just try to do as much of this game as I can. It seems kind of tedious, and it seems like it's long-winded, but at the same time, the most I can get done from this game would definitely make me feel better about, like, me accomplishing stuff. There's, like, so much I want to do in Platinum, though. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is... I don't know which part this is going to be. This is definitely going to be, like, between the part 120 to 130s. This is probably going to be one of my more longer Let's Plays I think I've ever done, for sure. And I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun with this game. I don't want to put it down. I don't want to stop. I kind of want to keep playing it. I want to keep playing it to the point where I like want to do like my own like little run through with the EVs, you know? I think it would be fun. But I don't even know if I can. I think you can rematch. I think after you beat the game the first time, it does give you the option to rematch with the gym leaders. Like as if they were trainers or something. And that's something I want to do. But if that's going to be its own separate Let's Play, then maybe I should try and shelf that idea for now, you know? So we're going to teach Rose Raid Magical Leaf. Okay. And then I think that's it for I think Cinder Flare's moveset is fine. Cause Rock Smash I use every once in it. I use Rock Smash more than I use Cut, I feel like. Floatzel's fine, Staraptor is fine. Staraptor's good now. Lopunny's fine. Then the only question is Weavile. I don't know. I wonder if I should just think on it. But, you know, and I don't want to sit here and ramble for fucking ever, but I feel like I have to, because I really am, I'm really trying to dissect to everybody watching what my brain is telling me. And my brain is telling me that, see, here's my mind is kind of split right now, because if I teach Weavile Cut, then I don't have to worry about anybody else learning Cut. And then, like, if I need trees cut down, well, then Weavile's there. But the other half of me is saying to teach him Shadow Claw because it's a ghost type of move. It would just make Weavile more versatile, and it's got a high critical hit ratio. And that's true. So they both have... Cut only has a 50% power, and it cuts down trees. And I might teach... Here's the other thing, though, is... Shadow Claw can only be used once. I don't know if Shadow Claw, if that's something I could buy somewhere. I don't think I can. That was kind of what sealed the fate for Air Cutter, was that I can go and get Air Cutter whenever I want. So I don't know. I think Shadow Claw is a move that I could only use once, but I kind of like the idea of having it, you know. So I think, let me double check real quick though. I know I've spent like the last 2 to 3 videos just rambling on stuff. Let me see if Shadow Claw is something, and the fact that he can't learn Dragon Claw is kind of crazy, because I definitely would have thought he would have been able to. Oh, I don't even have Dragon Claw. What the fuck? Dragon Claw? It's found at Mount Coronet. I don't know where the fuck it could be at Mount Coronet. It must be, like, hidden somewhere. Ugh. Can Shadow Claw be found somewhere else? What TM is it? It's 57, ain't it? No, it's 65. Hawthorne Gym. No. Who the fuck? What? Oh, it's fucking... I got a text message from somebody. So... Wait, Hawthorne or Hawthorne? Hawthorne. I thought that said Thorn. I was about to be like, there ain't no way I've been pronouncing that city wrong this whole time. So I think I'm gonna get rid of Dark Pursuit. What is cut? Cut's a 50, ain't it? Yeah, cut's a 50. It doesn't even hit all the time. I'm down with Shadowclaw. Fuck it. YOLO. Feint attack. Alright, now that we've spent... Also, another thing I wanted to talk about was... The only reason why I didn't get rid of Sunny Day was because it was one of those things. Sunny Day cannot be bought. You can only find it once. And I like the idea... I like the idea of having the 1-2 combo of Sunny Day and Solar Beam. I do. Like, if, you know... I may not use it often, but I just like... I like having it. So I think after I beat the Pokemon League, I'm gonna continue playing this game. I'm just gonna play this game as much as I can. Now that is to say, when I eventually get done with this game, will I be fully done with this game? I don't know. I mean, this is an emulator. I can make a new story and just make sure I don't screw up the saves. So, I can start a new game and do all that, this, that, or the other. I need to figure out if there's a way to give myself like 6 EVs right off the bat. Because you can put cheats in this, I believe, right? Yeah, you can put cheats in this. You can put cheats in the emulator. I want to start off with 6 EVs, and I want to do a complete Let's Play of this with EVs. Because I think that'd be great. That'd be kind of cool. Also, I need to put on a repel. Because we have definitely exhausted it by now. So we are now officially going to... there it is. We're now officially going to the Pokemon League after like 3 episodes of rambling.